had much sleep. In case you hadn't.
I appreciate you know, Lon and these guys for picking me, and like you said, I definitely wanted to be here, and I made it clear to those guys that I wanted to be here when I came on my visit here, and I'm happy and I'm excited.
Markieff, what's the last 24 hours been like for you and your family? Obviously, a very special day, and what's the emotions like, and how special is this moment for you and your family?
It's a lifelong dream, man, and it was a long journey to get here, and I'm proud of my mom, and just my family just being there with me, and me and my brother, we appreciate all the love and care my mom gave us, and we just we're happy, we're excited.
You've never played without your brother by your side. What's it be like playing without him? And is Steve Nash a good substitute?
I think so. I think Steve might be better playing with Steve than my brother. But it's going to be different. But the process that we was going through the draft, the draft period, definitely helped me, separate myself from playing with him a lot.
Not to put you on the spot here, but how difficult can you remember it being? I mean, considerable grocery bill among other things, I'm thinking, but just those years that you had to have their support before you got to a point like this.
One thing about us is we preach family, and as long as we had each other, we were okay. Times were rough, but as long as we were together, everything was cool with us.
How does that make this even more special, the journey to get here?
Being able to, have my mom, which is my best friend, and my brother also, go through this journey with me was very special, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's been a long journey, and, it was a dream that we had, and, yesterday it came true.
Markieff, when people mention you now, it's always bring up your toughness. Can you just tell us where that comes from?
My mom, she's sitting right there. she made me tough. Growing up in Philly is tough, and that's one thing that I'll always remember. Where I'm from, and just being tough.
You mentioned your mom made you tough. How did she make you tough? Can you give us an example? Maybe a PG version.
Just tough loving. You know what I mean? When I'm doing wrong, she gonna show me I'm doing wrong, and just always being there for me, and lead me in the right path.
You mentioned yesterday that this was the team you wanted to play for. This is the team you wanted to select you. Why is that?
Just growing up watching Steve, and what he does with his big guys, with Amari, and watching that, I was a perfect fit for playing with Steve, a point guard, that has a high basketball IQ, and he gets his guys the ball.
Can I ask you a quick? Mentioning the great coaching, what does it mean to have a guy to plug in at that position of his talent now, and how cautious do you have to be maybe to expect too much too soon because he will be a rookie?
Well, first of all, John and Lance and the scouts and everybody did a great job. You can't believe the process, and then when it came down to it, actually, he was the guy. If we'd have been any higher, he still would have been the guy. I just think that he's a really good fit. I don't want expectations to go through the roof for him, but I think eventually he's going to be a really, really good player. For us, we need a guy that can add some toughness to our team. We need a guy defensively that can rotate, that can do some things. He does all of that. And I think the big thing for us, and John talked about it a lot, is that he adds all that to our team, but he also offensively is exactly the way we play and what he brings to the table. He shot over 40% from three. He's a stretch player that can open up the floor. He can get out and run. So you look at all the things offensively and then what he had defensively, and it was just a great fit for us.
Did you watch a lot of the pick and roll that Steve and Amari had together? And pick and roll is probably not something you did a lot in college, but how much you look forward to